All right, welcome back to Crypto Rolly, the crypto watch that never stops. Live technical analysis, price predictions, and trading. Bitcoin getting a very strong weekly close today, closing above some key indicators on the macro. We'll break down the Bitcoin chart. I have an altcoin of the day at the end, so hit that like, comment, subscribe, tick the bell for notifications. These are my own ideas and opinions on the market, so please do your own research, trade at your own risk. I am not your financial advisor. Looking at the market, we can see Bitcoin up slightly 2%. You have small gains across the boards, minor losses. Chainlink down 2%, Tezos down 2%. Cardano though, almost 8% up. You see the Bitcoin volume beneath a billion right now, but this is very common on the weekend for it to be below a billion. Usually slow, low volume weekends, and then the volume picks up once the CME opens, and the CME did open back up today, so we are seeing the volatility increase as well. The crypto fear and greed index was at a 21 last night. This will creep up. I'm assuming if the price holds at this level, we could see this rise back up a bit. We have been down low ever since the major sell-off. So people calling for a major pullback back when we are in the fearful zone, you know, maybe they were a little impatient because as long as everyone thinks it's going to dump, the price just keeps going up. You know, might not see a major pullback until we actually go into more of a greedy zone. All right, so the block halving, 15 days away, almost 2 weeks. We are almost there. Do we have fireworks? Who knows? We'll have to see, okay, guys? But more importantly, let's look at the chart here. Prices at 7,770, looking good. This was the news for me today is we closed, not only did we close above the red 100 EMA around 7,300, which, you know, you can see back here was a major support level, this red 100 EMA. When we lost it, we dumped hard. Back here, we found support on it as well. Actually got a bounce from it. We came up and we've been rejected 3 weeks in a row. 1, 2, 3 weeks in a row, cannot get the close above the red 100 EMA. Well, today we got that close above the red 100 EMA, but furthermore, we closed above the yellow 21 EMA. The yellow 21 EMA was coming in at 76.96, and we closed this weekly candle at 7,700, just above it. But guys, we've been talking about for a while, above the 21 EMA on the weekly, typically a bull market structure, beneath it, bear market. So does this mean that we're now officially in a bull market? I wouldn't go that far, but we are moving in the right direction, one step at a time. Had we, got rejected at the 100 EMA again, yes, we could have come back down to 6,000, tested 200 EMA, but we are taking out each level of resistance, looking good. Also, on top of that, on the Ichimoku clouds, we were having this resistance down here. The blue conversion was at 71.75. We also were unsuccessful 3 weeks in a row closing above that. Actually, this entire month we were trying to close above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in a row. Finally got that close above 71.75 on the Ichimoku. So another step in the right direction. And then I will show you on the Bollinger Bands, the middle BB, we are at that resistance level, 78.48 to be exact, just beneath it. So that will be a critical level to get back above on the weekly. And, we've been talking about also just getting above 7,800, 8,000 was bull market territory. Well, not only are you above the 21 weekly EMA at that level, but you would also be getting above the middle BB on the Bollinger Bands. And then, we were also just looking at horizontal resistance. Sorry, that was from earlier there. So, we were looking at this level. Let me go down to a 4-hour possibly. Let me see here. Hold on, we'll go to the daily. But basically, if you draw a horizontal, these were drawn earlier, so let me just readjust this for the video. So you had a resistance level here. You can also see that you had support here. So support, and then it was flipped as resistance. And then when you finally had your bottom at the end of 2019 going into the beginning of this year, once you broke that level, came back down, retested it as support, and got the bounce. Where is this level at? That level is 77.50. Price is at 77.66. So we are at that resistance level again. You can see support, resistance, hitting it as resistance again. Also with support here. So guys, if we can get above this level here, you're above the weekly 21 EMA, above the middle BB on the weekly, above this critical horizontal support, resistance. I mean, we're in bull territory, because I also have a theory that if we didn't have the coronavirus pandemic, that we wouldn't have sold off down to levels like these. And this is where we actually had the big sell-off right here. Okay, so yeah, we were getting a bit of a pullback, but had we not had the major pandemic, I don't think we would have dumped here. We could have easily found a bounce either here or here. You still would have had what you see. You had a lower high structure, high, lower high, lower high, but we broke the lower high structure. We broke out of that falling channel, had a new higher high here, and we could have bounced here, putting in a low and a higher low. But because of the pandemic, we did fall extremely hard, but we have retraced that entire dump off, the entire V shape, immediately retraced it, and now looking to close back above where we started from. This is looking bullish. This is your vertical line here showing where we are having that halving shortly, 2 weeks away. Okay, so things are looking good, guys. You know, and you can see back here, this was a critical level of support as well. So we're at very critical levels here, guys. So let me continue with the indicators on the daily. Looking at the daily, this was also bullish today, that we also closed above this red 100 EMA on the daily. You can see how we wicked above, almost got the close. Well, we got a full close above it and immediately had a bit of a pump. Your next level of resistance is going to be, you know, the 377 EMA. The dark green is at 78.39, and the light green 200 EMA is at 78.81. So in the 7800 region, your 200 simple, the pink 200 simple on the daily is at 79.76. All right. I didn't mean to skip the weekly Stoke, but let's show that real quick. Weekly Stokes did cross up previously and still pointed up, looking good there. On the daily, we can see that the Stokes are pointed up and high, but they are still pointed up, so looking good. Haven't got a cross down. Maybe, you know, room for another leg up potentially, and you're still not overbought on the daily RSI either. Anything of interest on the Ichimoku cloud? No, your support would be down here. The cloud's down at 71.75 on the Ichimoku clouds. Bollinger Bands, you are riding this resistance on the upper band there, okay? So, you know, if you do get a harsh dump, possibly, you know, your support would be down here at 71.50, and on the Ichimoku cloud, you had that cloud of support at 71.75. Going down to the 12-hour, let's take a look at the 12-hour real quick. Our moving averages back above the light green 200 EMA on the 12-hour, looking good. You have this pink 200 simple resistance around 79.90. So I'm thinking, guys, you know, 7,800 is kind of the level we're trying to test right now. You know, we're at 77.60. You can see this 377 EMA on the 12-hour is 78.58. So there's a cluster of resistance in the 7,800s, and then you know, 8K and above 8K. You know, that is looking pretty good to me. Okay, our stochastic on the 12-hour pointed up and still up, not crossed down yet either. Just now hitting overbought on the 12-hour, but you know, if we're actually bullish, these can stay overbought for a while, and it's just more so showing the strength of the trend. You know, the volume's still kind of falling off. We're still waiting for a large spike in volume, but you know, the trend has been up, so we're just going to stay with the trend until it's not. Looking real quick at the, let me see, the CME, there was a tiny gap. You could only see the CME gap on the 4-hour. We pretty much, you know, filled most of it. We started out a little higher. You can see this on the 15-minute. We can see that a little clearer. We started out here, the gap was there, we came down a little bit and then took off. If you go to the daily on the CME, you can't even see the gap at all. So I'm going to ignore this one. You do have a gap all the way up here, clear as day on the daily, clear as day, up at 9K. So that could be a potential target to the upside, 9K. If you can beat that 7,800 8K resistance, we will be looking and calling for 9K, fill the gap, okay? But yeah, you can't see one there. The stock market, real quick, we haven't seen a major pullback in traditional stocks either. There's, slight little pullbacks, here, but overall, still looking good. This candle finished Friday bullish, back above the orange 50 EMA. You still putting in higher highs and higher lows, higher high, higher low. So you could make another attempt back up. It finished at 28.36. This red 100 EMA is at 29.12. That would give you another higher high. The 200 EMA is at 29.50. Pink 200 simple 3,000. We could get another stab up higher. Maybe if we do get rejected, maybe you get a rejection a little more higher. But, if we do get a boost in the stock market, that will also probably give Bitcoin a boost and possible, attempt at a higher level. I think, a lot of people are saying, hey guys, we are definitely going to be in a recession. And yes, we may be in one, but the markets keep going up. So no point in jumping too far ahead of ourselves. And just, in my own opinion, with them reopening a few of these states really early, I think a lot is riding on that. I think if they open things up and it's successful, and there's not like a wave 2 major increase of new virus or new people being infected, and things open up smoothly, and then the other states follow suit and we open up the economy, maybe this is all over with. I mean, maybe. But I will say, if it turns into a catastrophe and they have to shut, say, Georgia back down, back on lockdown, I think at that point we will see another sell-off in the stock market, because basically we failed at reopening. That's going to mean that these businesses will be shut down for even longer, and basically economic turmoil for much longer. So a lot riding on the reopening of these states. Let me get back to the Bitcoin chart, finish up with the 4-hour. Take a look at that, and then we'll do one altcoin. Hit that like for me. If you haven't hit the like, please hit the like, leave a comment, any of your thoughts. Are we opening the economy too soon? Definitely a polarized subject. Definitely the doctors and scientists are saying it's too soon, but people who, own small businesses, they want to risk it. They want to risk it. All right, so the 4-hour, we are above the blue 10 simple. Basically the blue 10 simple held up the 4-hour price pretty well all weekend long, and we did get a spike up, once we got that daily close. So, looking good there. The 4-hour Stoke crossed back up as well. Your blue 10 simple supports at 76.07. And we could, real quick while we're here, look at the Ichimoku. Yeah, similar. You have this blue conversion line coming up as support at 75.89. Bollinger Bands, the middle BB, you can see you bounced off the middle BB support. This is at 75.66 currently. Actually closed above the top band, so you have support at 77.02 would be the top band on the 4-hour BB. And we did hit a little overbought, and we retraced a little bit over the weekend on the RSI. But with the Stoke crossing up and the bullish close, we definitely have room to make another attempt higher. Okay, so looking good, looking good. We are at that critical level though of resistance. If we were to top out at this level, would not be a complete surprise, guys. We've been talking about this level all month long as a potential top. I will say I am impressed that we beat the 7,300 level. You can see, that looked like a pretty obvious level of rejection, basically under this trading action here where you had support. So back when we were trading in this region here, it was definitely looking like an area of interest for a rejection. You can see right there, basically. So right in here would have made sense for a retracement. So we did break that level. That was a good step in the right direction. And now we're at that second critical level. Above that, I'm feeling pretty good actually, okay? So that's enough on Bitcoin. 15 minutes, doing well. Today we will look at Link. We did Ethereum in the last video. Today we'll take a look at Link on the weekly. Let me take off those drawing tools. On the weekly, we can see that well above, its yellow 21 EMA on the weekly. Let me see, the stochastic also has a nice cross up, looking good. Put in another bullish weekly close on Link as well. You do have, this would be resistance if you continue higher. You have this around $4.50, I would say. Basically what I'm saying is you have a high here. So always that's going to be a resistance level that you have to beat. And then if you can beat that high and form a higher high, it's even more bullish. But if you get rejected beneath it, people start talking about lower highs and bear trends. Okay, so that will be a level of interest is the $4.50 level there. Let's go down to maybe a daily real quick and see what we can see. The daily, we are holding this blue 10 simple as support. The support's at $3.67, so holding that level is looking good. And you could see that you kind of had support bounce here. So kind of a bit a support flipped resistance, similar, not as clear to see as on Bitcoin, but similar situation. I had these previously drawn horizontals before, so let me extend those out and you can see how that extends perfectly. Basically you had support level there, support, and now flipped as resistance. This resistance level is at $3.85, and then if you want to use that as a support level as well, let's drag that one out. You have that coming in at $3.50. So you kind of have a range between $3.50 and $3.85. If you can close back above $3.85, you will make possibly another attempt higher, back at that $4.50 region. I can see that the Stokes on the daily have been hanging up here for a while, cross back up, looking good as well. And basically this is going to move with Bitcoin, but actually Link will do its own thing. It definitely very correlated to Bitcoin for sure, but at the same time, sometimes Link moves on its own while Bitcoin is just going sideways. So something key to look at before you jump into altcoin trades too is to look at the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance seems to be rising the past 2 days. And if Bitcoin price continues, if Bitcoin price pumps and the Bitcoin dominance is also rising, it basically means that Bitcoin's outperforming the altcoins in general, and it's better to be in Bitcoin than it is to be in altcoins. Now, if both of them start pumping and the altcoins outperform Bitcoin, you're going to see this dominance actually decrease. Like I said, this is in general for all altcoins. Link sometimes outperforms everyone, so we're not speaking specifically about Link, but in general we do see that the dominance is rising on Bitcoin, possibly putting in a bounce at this level. Let me see, the daily did come near the oversold on the RSI. You can see when it was deep in the oversold on the RSI, you did get that bounce. So could we bounce here again? Possibly, something just to keep in mind. And that's going to be it for me, guys, today. I do want to say I extended the free Discord group till May 11th, giving you 2 full weeks from today's date. And I'm going to start doing live streams Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday, and I'll do a full Bitcoin breakdown. I'll also take more time to look at altcoins if you're interested in those, and we're posting charts, posting trade setups, currently in a long right now, so definitely take advantage of that. Check out that below. The link is below. And thanks again for watching. I will see you next time.